Actors are paid to stay in character, but sometimes they just can't hold it together. One wrong line, one weird moment, and everything falls apart. They laugh when they're not supposed to. They mess up serious scenes. Some even turn the whole set into a joke without trying. What you're about to see is not in the script. Get ready for the most hysterical mess-ups that happened when the cameras were still rolling. Ethan Hawke, Boyhood.
Who's gonna be there?
Marie, Christine, Amy, everyone.
Is that guy on your Facebook page? Is he gonna be there?
Who?
Come on, the guy that's got his arm wrapped around you with his hair over his eyes.
Garrett?
Garrett? Is that his name? All right. Is Garrett gonna be there?
Probably.
Probably. You see, I learned more about her from her Facebook page than I do from our scintillating conversation. Is he your boyfriend?
Kind of.
Have you met him? Has he been around the house?
Sometimes.
It was supposed to be a normal scene where Ethan Hawke gave the kids a sex ed talk. But things got awkward fast, and not in a fake movie kind of way. The kids had worked with him for years, so the moment felt too real. The silence, the body language, the vibe, everything screamed uncomfortable. Hawke tried to keep it together, but everyone started laughing. Not little giggles, the kind of laughter that shakes your shoulders. Even he broke. Some of the lines were improvised, and you could tell no one knew what would come out next. It was cringy, weird, and absolutely hysterical. Ray Liotta, Goodfellas. While filming a heated scene in Goodfellas, something completely unplanned stole the spotlight. One actor's wig just slid right off his head mid-take. It wasn't supposed to happen, but when it did, Ray Liotta lost it instantly. His laugh was loud and real, and he didn't even try to hide it. The director saw it and loved it. That burst of genuine laughter was so raw, they kept it in. It turned an intense scene into an unforgettable moment that fans still talk about. Sometimes, chaos makes things better. Ray's reaction was the perfect proof of that. Jackie Chan, Rush Hour.
Cheese! Cheese! What? Freeze! A freeze!
Jackie Chan was still getting used to speaking English during Rush Hour, and it led to some truly ridiculous moments. Paired with Chris Tucker, who talks faster than a bullet train, Jackie could barely keep up. He kept mixing up lines, saying weird stuff, or completely missing his cue. Every single time, Tucker would burst out laughing, and the scene would crash before it even started. They'd reset, try again, and still end up in the same place, laughing and starting over. It was total chaos on set. But it's the kind of chaos that made Rush Hour so lovable and full of life. Julia Roberts, Pretty Woman.
Nothing else is gonna fit into this dress, I'll tell you that.
Maybe something in this box. I don't want you to get too excited. It's only on loan.
Julia Roberts wasn't ready for what Richard Gere had planned. During a sweet scene involving a stunning necklace, he suddenly snapped the box shut just as she reached for it. She jumped and let out a laugh so real and unfiltered that everyone on set cracked up. It wasn't in the script. It wasn't rehearsed. Her reaction was pure instinct and absolutely hilarious. The laugh, the timing, and the surprise made the moment gold. The director didn't even think twice. He left it in. That small accident ended up becoming one of the most iconic scenes in romantic comedy history. Benicio del Toro, The Usual Suspects.
Give me the fucking keys, you fucking cocksucker motherfucker! Knock it off, get back. Number 3, step forward.
How many keys, you cocksucker?
In English, please.
What was supposed to be a mysterious lineup scene turned into a full-on fart attack thanks to Benicio del Toro. During each take, he let one rip and it wasn't quiet. The smell was just as bad. Gabriel Byrne had to step outside to catch a breath. Stephen Baldwin couldn't deliver a single line without cracking up. Even director Bryan Singer had tears in his eyes from trying not to laugh. It became a non-stop loop of takes ruined by gas and giggles. It wasn't nerves. Benicio just kept doing it like it was part of the script. Absolute madness. Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man 2.
Goldstein.
Filming a serious scene isn't easy when Robert Downey Jr. decides to drop a joke out of nowhere. He threw in a silly line on the spot during Iron Man 2, and as soon as he heard himself say it, he burst out laughing. He tried to get back into character but couldn't stop. They paused filming so he could catch his breath. But every time they tried again, the same thing happened. Extras were snorting, crew members were shaking. That one joke ruined the serious mood completely, but it gave the set a solid comedy break no one complained about. Kevin Spacey, American Beauty.
Nervous just quitting your job like that? Well, I guess when you're all of, what, 16?
18. I just do these gigs as a cover. I have other sources of income. But my dad interferes less in my life when I pretend to be an upstanding young citizen with a respectable job.
Lester? What are you doing?
Honey, this is Ricky.
I'm Ricky Fitz. I just moved in the house next to you. I go to school with your daughter.
With Jane.
Yeah,
Really?
Jane.
Everything was set for a dramatic outdoor moment in American Beauty, but then something random happened that completely cracked Kevin Spacey up. He was just about to deliver his line when it all fell apart. Wes Bentley couldn't hold a straight face either. The awkwardness of the situation was so strange and unexpected that the two of them just laughed without warning. The moment wasn't in the script, but it hit harder than anything written. The director didn't even try to stop it. That weird, natural moment gave the scene a realness that made it stand out. Jimmy Stewart, It's a Wonderful Life.
Any questions? All they said was if George Bailey needs help, we're here to help him.
Oh, well, Mary, I never realized I had so many friends. And a man who has a friend is a rich man. That's what Clarence said. And by golly, he was right.
Right in the middle of a touching scene, a loud crash echoed from somewhere off camera. A crew member had dropped something, but instead of cutting, another actor smoothly added a line to cover it up. That improv was so slick, it caught Jimmy Stewart completely off guard. He broke into laughter without hesitation. It wasn't planned, but it was too good to redo. The director saw the charm in it and kept it. That little blooper gave the film even more heart. Sometimes, a clumsy accident turns a great scene into a perfect one. Jim Carrey, The Cable Guy.
Check this out. Silence of the lambs. Hello, Clarice.
Jim Carrey wasn't following any script when he decided to slap a piece of chicken skin on his face during The Cable Guy. He twisted his expression into something so bizarre that even Matthew Broderick had to laugh. That laugh wasn't fake. It was a genuine, can't-hold-it-in reaction to Carrey's insanity. The moment was so wild and so real that they didn't even try to redo it. Kids started copying it in restaurants, and it became one of those Carrey scenes that people couldn't forget. Pure chaos and 100% classic Jim. Steve Carell, the 40-year-old virgin.
Oh, you fucker! Oh, I'm sorry. That's just your job. Huh?
Just stop now.
No. That's okay. Let's do another.
When Steve Carell got his chest waxed on camera, it was all real. There were no effects, no faking, no edits. The wax was hot, the yanks were rough, and the screams were legit. Each pull brought out a new scream and a fresh batch of curse words that couldn't be scripted even if they tried. The cast was crying from laughter, and the crew could barely hold the camera still. It was one of the loudest, most chaotic scenes to shoot. Everyone felt a little bad for him, but no one could stop laughing. That scene became legend. Don Knotts, The Andy Griffith Show.
Naturally, he delivers his iconic catchphrase, "We've got to nip it in the bud." You got that? Let's hear it. And this is when the mild-mannered Floyd Lawson shouts his shivering ferocity, "Nip it!" And that's when Don Knotts lost it. Having near holler "nip it" in his face broke him. He couldn't help but burst into laughter 20 times. That's right. In that 25th anniversary special, Don Knotts admitted, "I laughed so hard at Howard near screaming, the entire scene had to be reshot 20 times. Even a comedy veteran couldn't help but break."
Don Knotts had a habit of laughing during takes, but one episode pushed him over the edge. He couldn't get through his lines without cracking up, especially when Andy Griffith gave him just one look. The poor crew had to reshoot the scene over 20 times. Every time they thought Don had recovered, something tiny would set him off again. Andy himself started breaking character, trying to hide his smile. It got so ridiculous that they gave up on getting a perfect take. They picked the least chaotic one and moved on. The laughs on set were louder than the audiences. Johnny Knoxville, The Ringer.
Okay, guys.
Oh, you guys! David? What the hell? I have been worried sick.
Relax, honey. I just took him to the mall to hang out.
The mall closes at 9. It's 12 o'clock.
You stopped off for ice cream.
When the fuck did we get ice cream?
Jeffy, I won't be mad. Just tell me the truth. Where were you guys?
Did you get ice cream?
David told Jeffy not to talk.
Johnny Knoxville was supposed to stay calm while another actor asked about ice cream in a weirdly angry tone. But the delivery was so bizarre that Knoxville lost it instantly. He tried to keep a straight face, but you could see the smile sneaking out even before the camera cut. His reaction was real, and that's what made it funny. It was one of those moments where everything went off the rails, but it worked. Everyone in the room felt the shift from acting to real laughter. What started as a simple line turned into a laughter session. Daniel Day-Lewis, There Will Be Blood.
Don't let me stop you.
As we were saying,
Excuse me.
we have two balls.
Well, take this glass.
He's completely crazy. And tried to cut my throat.
Daniel Day-Lewis is known for never breaking character, like ever. But during one intense scene in There Will Be Blood, something totally random made him laugh. Nobody saw it coming. Everyone on set froze because this was Daniel Day-Lewis, the Oscar winner, method master, and he just lost it. The laugh was quick, surprising, and completely real. For a guy who once stayed in character even off set, it was wild to see him lose it. That rare break reminded everyone that even the most serious actors can't hold it in forever. For a moment, he wasn't the character. He was just Daniel having a good laugh. Michael Palin, Monty Python's Life of Brian. The Biggest Dickus scene was already ridiculous on paper, but Michael Palin turned it into something unforgettable. The extras were warned not to laugh or they'd be fired. Palin took that challenge personally. He went full crazy with the delivery, making wild faces and stretching out every syllable to the max. The guards tried, they really did, but you could see their faces twitching and lips curling. One by one, they started breaking. Even Palin nearly lost it, but somehow held on. That scene became one of Monty Python's most iconic moments, all thanks to a bit of on-set chaos. Brad Pitt, Bullet Train.
I know we got to stay straight. We got to stay straight.
It could be Ebola. Don't they believe from their eyes?
Ebola?
I smell.
Don't smell it.
Oh, God.
What are you smelling?
I just want to see if it...
You took my snake!
Wait, we gotta point this.
This way. Okay.
Yeah.
In the middle of a high-speed train scene, one actor shouted a completely unexpected and very inappropriate insult. It wasn't in the script, and Brad Pitt's reaction said it all. His jaw dropped, then he cracked up. The rest of the cast followed, and the whole scene turned into a giggling mess. It was so wild that even the camera caught crew members laughing in the background. The timing, the shock, and the total loss of control made it unforgettable. It completely ruined the take, but nobody cared. That moment was pure chaos, and everyone was here for it. Tommy Lee Jones, Men in Black.
Comedy, Agents K and J, played by Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones respectively, meet Frank, an alien informant disguised as a pug.
What do you know?
I know nothing.
Not a thing.
While interrogating Frank, who is in fact played by a real, trained, adorable dog named Mushu, Jones becomes self-aware and cracks a big one.
Tommy Lee Jones had to interrogate a pug pretending to be an alien, and the dog was supposed to stay still. Instead, the pup wiggled, made weird faces, and did everything except what it was trained to do. Tommy tried to stay serious, but it was impossible. He broke character again and again. The dog just wouldn't cooperate. At some point, the entire crew gave up trying to keep a straight face. Every time they rolled the camera, it ended the same way, with everyone laughing. It turned into one of those moments that no one forgot, even years after filming ended. Tom Hopper, The Umbrella Academy. In The Umbrella Academy, Tom Hopper's character let out a huge fart while trapped in an elevator scene. That was already funny enough, but then Robert Sheehan improvised a ridiculous follow-up line that totally shattered everyone's focus. The entire cast lost it. The blooper was so good, it almost outshined the actual episode. And what made it even funnier was that the fart was planned. The chaos that followed was completely real. No one could hold it together. They had to stop everything because nobody could stop laughing. Eddie Murphy, Beverly Hills Cop.
In 1984, the world was introduced to a movie that would become a cultural phenomenon, Beverly Hills Cop. At the heart of this blockbuster was Eddie Murphy, delivering a breakout performance as the wisecracking detective Axel Foley. Murphy's portrayal of Axel Foley was a game-changer, showcasing his comedic genius and solidifying his status as a Hollywood star.
Eddie Murphy had just taken a sip of coffee before filming, and something about that caffeine kick must have hit differently. He launched into a totally unscripted rant, fast-paced and wild, with so much energy that the other actors didn't stand a chance. One of them tried to keep a straight face but couldn't. His shoulders were shaking, his face twitching. The room was gone. Everyone just rolled with it. That entire scene became a masterclass in improvisation and chaos. Murphy's energy blew it wide open. No script could top what actually happened that day. Melissa McCarthy, This is 40.
Rear up and jackknife my legs and kick you both in the fucking jaw with my foot bone. That's what I would fucking love. I wish my fucking foot would go right through your skull. This is what happens when you corner a rat. I will fucking kill you. You corner me, I will fucking chew through you. I'll chew through you. Slow blinking eyes. I will chew off your fucking eyelids. You won't slow blink at me, will you?
Did you drink before you came here?
No, but I'm gonna start drinking. I'm gonna slit somebody open like a fish and drink their blood. That's what I'm gonna drink. If we don't start getting to the fucking point here.
Melissa McCarthy went off like a firework on set, throwing out one insane insult after another. Paul Rudd and Leslie Mann were trying to stay serious, but they were barely holding on. Her rants kept getting more ridiculous and unpredictable. The camera had no choice but to keep rolling because the magic was happening right there. At one point, they were both visibly shaking with laughter. The director loved it, but couldn't even use all of it in the final cut. The full madness lives in the extended version. No matter how serious the scene or how skilled the actor, sometimes laughter just takes over. These moments weren't planned, but they made everything better. If you were shocked by any of these moments, hit that like button, subscribe for more videos.